Now, the other night, if you weren't with me, we did a couple of the main quest lines in LOTRO around Bree, and we ended it off by exploring a little bit into the old forest, kind of, just exploring around the intro area. We went up to Bald Hill, we saw the bonfire glade. The old forest is really one of the oddest chapters in the Lord of the Rings book. Of course, you have Tom Bombadil there. You have Old Man Willow, who is somewhere over there, right by down the Withywindle. And of course, you have the Barrow Downs over to the east. The Old Forest is probably very underrated among Tolkien fans. I feel like you either really, really love the Old Forest, or you think that it's a waste of a chapter or two. And it took me a while to really appreciate both the Old Forest and Fog on the Barrow Downs. Really wasn't until about my third or fourth read through of the books where I really started appreciating it. That star just disappeared. There was a star up there, and then a tree popped in. That's a weird tree growth. Okay, so we have a couple of quests already on hand. We have to find Tom Bombadil, who is of course down over by the Withywindle, which again, I think Tom Bombadil is like right over there. We are playing this game without any quest markers, which should make actually finding him a bit more difficult. We also have a bingo boffins quest. Marigold, we have to find one of his cousins. Bingo Boffin is a hobbit that LOTRO put into the game. Kind of mirrors what Frodo path is in the book. He will follow right behind the Fellowship, at least up until Rivendell and into the Misty Mountains. Lady has a cousin that ended up going into the Old Forest, so we have to go and find her. And then we also have to beat up some spiders. It currently is nighttime, or actually evening. So we will also have to deal with that. So a bunch of Krebine flew into the Old Forest. They're trying to, get back to either Saruman, letting them know that the ring has fled, and that it's no longer in the Shire. Class Deeds Tier 3. What did we just pick up? 5 LOTRO points, always useful. I probably have thousands of them. You just sort of passively gain them every month if you're a VIP member, which again we are. Complete a shocking strike. I guess that's what we just, we used the lightning strike thing. Always fun to do that. What else? Apprentice of Scrolls. She 50th level, okay. Yes, this is the level we're playing on. We're playing up one difficulty level. This is the second lowest difficulty level. So it's a little bit more challenging than the default, but again, not, we're not trying to run this on veteran, to borrow an old Call of Duty term. So we have to use a Wizard's Frost. Heal your fellows with knowledge of cures. See, I haven't healed my fellows. I've healed myself with healing spells. I guess that still counts. Summon a companion. Oh yeah, we do have a bird spell, and a bear spell. I very rarely use those. I think can do most of our damage with just the staff, the lightning strike. The area of effect spells will be very useful. We really haven't been challenged that much in this game anyway. So, we need to get down to the Withy Window. Which is down here, so we're gonna have to travel pretty far down south. We also have a quest to defeat spiders. The spiders are pretty difficult if you get into the far south of the forest. There's a big spider colony with a pretty difficult local area boss. It can be a little bit difficult, especially if you get swarmed. We will try our best not to die. So yeah, we really kind of just want to take care of those two things. We want to find Bombadil. We want to, I guess, three things. We want to find Bombadil. We want to find Marigold, and we want to beat up some spiders. That's the three main things we want to do today. Now, you can make things easier by using a mithril token to travel to Gildil and Brandybuck, who I'm pretty sure is right down by the Withy Window, but that's kind of like cheating. I said the other night, the only time I really like to use the mithril tokens is when it's absolutely, very difficult to travel around areas. I basically saved them all for Moria or for Angmar, because it's pretty difficult to get around those areas. Let's head south. Again, this place is very windy. It's very easy to get lost. And the maps in this game are not all that reliable. We do have a bat as well. We are, I think, a bit over level right now. Yeah, these wolves are level 15. Quite easy to take out. Yeah. Just want to check, do I have, any deeds for taking out wild animals in Breland? Oh, being attacked. Oh, the bear's around. The bear snuck up on me. It's quite embarrassing. Don't stop to read when you're surrounded by a bunch of pissed off animals. I think that's the lesson we learned there. Oh, that was a very dramatic death for that bear. Okay, we're gonna have to fight our way through some animals. Again, we want to try and get through there, so we can basically just straight line it through there. Good. We want to turn a little bit to the north, and yeah, there's the path. Let's see if we can shake the ground a bit. And yep, we did get a little area of effect spell there. Bear has caused us Let's bleed a bit, quickly fix that up. And there we go. Okay. So it looks like this path is a little bit more open now. Yeah, and we should be able to get down to the river without much trouble. So you just want to keep moving along. Nice little crit there. This is Old Muddyfoot's Hill. Isn't someone here? Someone? Yeah. Gildil and Buck, distance to the southeast in the old forest beyond... Oh, beyond Old Muddyfoot's Hill. Ah, I see. Where was that again? Southeast. Okay. So yeah, probably right... I'm pretty sure he's right down by the Withy Windle. I know I keep checking the map, but it... Especially down here, you just... want to make sure you're going in the right direction. Ooh, a rich barrow iron deposit. Gladly take that. We also have another thing of barrow iron to the north and east, and we just leveled up. We have 2 points to spend. I thought I leveled up all my lightning strikes, but apparently I did not. So we'll take that, and we will also take... Increases the bonus damage dealt when staff strike consumes a flank. I am honestly not quite sure what that means. Consuming a flank? Uh-oh. Being it... Nope. Come on. Target the wolf. Target the thing that's hitting. Yeah, there. No one said Gildil was the brightest man in Gondor. Oh, we're getting hit by a bat. Okay. That was cool. Nice, very nice. If I was a branch, I'd probably hate to get lit on fire. Yep, they did not like that one bit. Did I not mind the iron? Did I miss something? Yeah, there we go. So even though we're not a metal worker, we can basically put all the barrow iron on the, in an auction house, up for sale. Hopefully get a couple of pieces of silver for that. I remember when I was first playing this game, I was very confused how to purchase some of the crafting materials, because you basically can't buy the raw iron in any of the little shops, so you have to either find it in an auction house or pick up a target. There's a tree stuff. It's a tree. How is that not in the line of sight? This game's weird sometimes. Just keep heading east. Oh, did I ever pick up... No, I never spent the other perk. So I can either get Burning Earth, which increases the cracked earth area of effect. Pretty useful. Fend them off. Just bonus with the staff strike, which is probably my most used attack. Staff sweep damage, so a lot of... Ooh. Lightning storm, you say? The Air might taste the metal, but you learn to draw a furious storm from a clear day. Rank 1 plus 10 lightning storm damaged. Skills earned lightning storm. With improved ignition, this skill can cash out burning embers for bonus damage. Ooh. I do like bonus damage. Yeah, let's go with that. We also picked up another skill when we leveled up to call in beasts of the wild that flank the enemy. Interesting. And of course the lightning storm, which we will let's set the lightning storm to shift 2 and the harrying flames to shift 3. And as soon as we can test that out, we will. Alright, so here's Gillum and Brandybuck.
Hello.
Let's make this text a bit easier for everyone to read. And Gillum and Brandybuck says, so old Toby Brockhouse sent you. Good, I've discovered something very odd happening here in the old forest, and you may be able to help. From a strange glade to the southeast, infested with monstrous spiders. I've never seen the like before. Almost makes me believe those stories about old Matt Baggins down Hobbiton Way. They made me drop my pack. Even that is not the worst of it yet. I saw a tree walking about, covered in scars and looking like every leaf had fallen off it. Off like it were the dead of winter. Now I see some strange things, being here in the old forest. But I've never seen a tree like this moving through the woods, killing every manner of life in its path. I'll tell you, if it were the old man Willow himself come out to stalk the old forest, he would not be so cruel. Something has the forest in a dire state. So I'll pick up that quest. You're one for a good tale, I see. Well then, a good tale I shall tell, I hope. The tree did not look alive, rotten to the core, I think, and seeking only vengeance. Mayhaps it was one of the tenders of the past spooked by some feeling of dread that washed over it, or some such. I know only that it lay beyond the spiders that took my pack. It was foul and terrible to see, a great blight in the forest. If something in these woods had stirred them to something greater than mischief, I would first look there. You'll need to cross the river here and search within the hollow where the spiders make their nest. That was the last spot I saw the tree. Yeah, I forget how this plays out. Let's just look over the rewards again. Yeah, so we can get a pair of shoes, which would be not that useful, very minor improvement to our armor, and I think I'd rather have the +1 will than the +5 power. Even the earrings aren't all that great. +2 vitality. What we're wearing right now, that we crafted, it's giving us 3 vitality, so not the best rewards here. And this guy also has some other quests for us.
Might I have a word with you?
Oh, this is the spider boss I was talking about. Yeah, we'll definitely pick up this quest. The reward isn't that great, but we'll take it for the XP.
Could I take a moment of your time?
And yeah, then another bunch of quests to defeat some spiders, pick up this guy's pack. Perfect. So again, that all is down here. If we want to find Tom Bombadil, he is up more towards the north. So I think what we'll do is I think we can get to Tom Bombadil just by following the river to the north. Who do we have here? Ah! We found Marigold. And yeah, Bingo's there as well. So Bingo has found one of his cousins.
This spooky forest makes me nervous.
We found Marigold, Gildil. I have only recently become an adventurer of sorts, and I must say that my old habits and customs are difficult to shake. For this spooky forest makes me uncomfortable, but Marigold is just a young hobbit, and she has been coming in here and dealing with its dangers on a regular basis. Her gift of mushrooms and treats must have bought the silence of her siblings, for Prissa would never allow this behavior. So, let's talk to Marigold.
Cousin Bingo is an adventurer too? I am so happy to hear it.
Do you know that I never really believed I was a buff in Gildil? All of my brothers and sisters are so dull, happy to stay at home, as far from excitement as possible. Esmeralda might go dancing in the Toad Marsh, but when I suggested we walk to the Midgewater Marshes on the other side of Bree, that is very far for a hobbit, and dance there, she refused. She threatened to tell her mother, so I did not push it. But isn't that dull? Marigold brandishes her sword and shield. What? This really is just as mad as Bilbo. I made the sword from a branch and rescued the shield from a wolf's den when the wolves were gone. I didn't think any other boffin would do those things, but now it seems Cousin Bingo is an adventurer too. You do not know how happy I am to hear it. Anyway, you found me just in time. I met a curious creature in the woods, and he offered to show me his home. You can come along too if you like. I didn't catch his name, but he wore yellow boots and said his house was to the northeast of here. And that, of course, is where we need to go next anyway, for that is the House of Bombadil. So let's follow the river to the north and east. What do we have here? What could this willow tree be? Sure, it's just simple, harmless willow tree. Probably enjoys the Taylor Swift song. Oh, it's not. Yet drowsiness effect. You feel sleepy as your strength is slowly drained from you. We also get sap power, drains 2 power over every 3 seconds. And this, of course, is Old Man Willow. Baleful willow root. Remember this, the thing that trips and tries to drown Frodo in the river. We will strike it with lightning. We will also test our... what's it called? Lightning Storm. Oh, so that just... literally... summons a giant storm. Perfect. So it takes a longer while to charge that up, and also... the cooldown is like a minute long, so... we want to use that in emergencies only, really. It's a really nice effect. It could be a little bit more challenging, and there is a separate like dungeon you can go through where you do I think take him down, but it's just a nice, lovely little way to see it up close and personal in the game without having to go through many difficulties. It's nice that they don't put any enemies around there. Anyway, this is the house of Tom Bombadil. See a nice little lily pond here. Of course, Goldberry will appreciate that. Back here, he has what I'm guessing is a stable, which is, I guess, where he keeps his little pony, Fatty Lumpkin. There is Goldberry, the river spirit, river maiden, as the game calls it. And here's Marigold.
Have you ever seen such a cozy little cottage?
Have you ever seen such a cozy little cottage, Gildil? It's the home of my new friend Tom and his wife Goldberry. They are most mysterious. That's one way of putting it. And I want to learn more about them if I can. Wouldn't we all? Where do they come from? Why do they live in the old forest? I have so many questions. But whenever I ask them, they only smile and have no direct answers for me. Still, I am so very pleased to have met them. What does Cousin Bilbo think of my new friends, I wonder? What does Cousin Bingo, not Bilbo, think of my new friends, I wonder? Well, let's ask.
What a strange sight. A tidy little cottage in a dangerous wood.
Home to a most peculiar individual and his equally mysterious wife. I never thought such a place existed. If my journey ended tomorrow, I would still count it an adventure full of wonders. I need to rest from our journey through the forest. Perhaps later I can speak with Tom and Goldberry and write a description of them from my own journal. So we will pick up some coins, some bingo badges.
I need a description of this curious Tom Bombadil fellow.
And we also pick up a new quest. I want to document our journey, writing down the experiences we have and the places we see, and that includes describing the people we meet. No account of my adventure to this point will be complete without a description of this curious Tom Bombadil fellow. That much is clear. But I have encountered an early problem in this attempt, for I simply do not know of any way to describe him in such a way that does the fellow justice. Can you speak to him and learn what you can of Tom in order to educate me on the subject? What are his likes and dislikes, and where did he come? And from where did he come? And what drives him from day to day? Good luck to you, my friend. Perhaps the words will flow when you report back to me what you learn. Okay, so let's head in. This is one of my favorite areas of the game, and one of my favorite pieces of music in the game. So this is his house. This is where the four hobbits stayed after we rescued him. There's a little room off to the side that we can't visit. An upstairs place that we can't visit. But this is his little living area. This is probably where the hobbits had breakfast and dinner. We have an area back here. This looks like a kitchen of sorts. Yeah. And again, a little lily pad, a little tub full of water, and lily pads down over there. Again, that is Goldberry's favorite. They've really emphasized that in the decor around his house in this game. And it's just a lovely touch. And here is the man himself. The man, the myth, the legend, the yellow boots, bright blue jacket, and we have a couple of quests to do. Hey doll, Mary doll, whither are you going? tramping in the forest lands and through the rivers flowing.
Ring a dong, hop along, follow the willow.
Ahoy now, hey now, what's all this fussing? We've not had many guests since our wedding. There is time enough for bird watching, but perhaps first a song or two, my hearty. Let your heart fly free and put aside your worries. You're at the house of Tom Bombadil. So we pick up some increased reputation.
Jolly Tom, Tom Bombadillo.
He's the best. They did such a good job with him in this game. I wish, I enjoy Rings of Power. I wish they had made Tom Bombadil just a bit more jolly in the show. He is not as jolly as I would have imagined him. My Goldberry is away at her spring. I was going lily hunting. I've no time for chasing birds, but hoy now, Aragorn's a name I know, and a friend of old Tom's. Hear them I offer. While old Tom Bombadil looks for sour crows, you'll gather lilies for my lovely. I saw some along the river, just a hop and a jump away. Just follow along until ring-a-ding-dillo, you find Old Man Willow. You watch that old grey willow man, he is a mighty singer. He'll sing you down to sleep to drown you, if you don't be careful. So, right? No, come back. We have more quests. We have more quests, Tom. Define description.
Now let the fun begin. Let us sing together.
Hoy now, young one. Questions are for asking, but the fun lies in the seeking. You ask about old Tom, but that is a question with many answers. Why not ask the trees why they be a-swinging, or the light a-brightening? Tom likes walking in the woods of an evening, and singing in the morning sun when the moon skips away, as would all who try it. Still you ask and ask, too many questions for so lovely a day. Stand in the foam of falling water nearby, and you will know what it is to be Tom Bombadillo. So I have to go stand in the foam of the waterfall south of Tom's house. This is the waterfall. Stand in the cold water until you are waterlogged and sopping. I'm not sure how that would feel on probably a chilly night in September. Remember, it is very late September at this time in the book. So it might not, might feel pretty cold to actually do that. So here we have a bunch of lilies. These are pretty easy to find. We can also strike this down. Yeah. Oh, it is area effect. I see. No wonder it takes so long to charge up. Got it. Okay. So we have the lilies. We can bring it back to Tom. There's Tom dancing. Alright, so let's turn in the Bingo Baggins quest, the Bingo Boffin quest first. Sopping wet you are like Tom after a fresh rain in spring, dripping all about but refreshed and happy? Learn from old Tom, for he has seen summers and winters and summers again. One for every droplet that cascades from the heights. And of course that summer and winters and summer again is from the song in the book. Well, kind of like the song in the book. It's springtime into summertime and then spring again after. Hey now, still with the questions. Tom's way is to take the bad and make it good. Old Man Willow, that mean streak in his heart, has grown wider for many a day and now, and he could do with some cheering. Go to Old Man Willow and dance and lighten his mood. Then you will know what it is to share Tom's interest in all creatures, both good and bad. So I'll have to go back out into the forest again. Before we do that, let's turn in this quest.
Come, Derry Dole, can you hear me singing?
Lilies white for the river daughter, stronger than hobbit folk are you if you outsang Willowman. Not a lily crushed, nor a leaf bent. That's very rude, Tom. You're talking to me. Old Tom's a merry fellow, but he knows when it's time for dancing or to go a-whiting. He's found your birds and none too soon. If you seek them out, then seek them now, unless you wish to sleep beneath green grass. Which is a very bright and cheery way of saying you're going to die.
Now let the fun begin, let us sing together.
Blackbirds flittered and fluttered, skipping among the branches. They came to rest where the restless walk. Beware the old barrows. They stir when they should be asleeping. Hello, we've got a fellow traveler here. And when underbrush page hunter and his trusty companion Ham, no doubt. Go north up the path and follow the old barrows road, then south within the barrow walls along the forest eaves. Hey doll, merry doll, and there you'll find them. Watch for the Lady Dreary. Now hop along, my hearty. Tom's a-going leaping. Unfortunately, none of the rewards we can get from this quest are usable, so we'll just sell them or something. Alright, so that's the main quest. And that, I think, actually leads us out of the old forest and into the barrow down. Yeah. So we don't quite want to do that yet. We still have a bunch of quests we can do in the old forest. So that's what we're gonna be doing. We'll finish up the Bingo Baggins quest. I keep calling him Bingo Baggins. It's just, you know, when you know that Tolkien originally wanted to name Frodo Bingo, I just default to that. So here's Old Man Willow. You're filled with unease. Tom really wants you to dance here? You dance for a moment, you feel a sense of welcome, then it's gone. I think we have to start questioning what types of dances they teach in Gondor. Really wasn't a dance, it was like more of like clapping.
Hey, come, Derry Dole, can you hear me singing?
Hey do, merry do, dancing all the day. Questions are for answering, but that's enough today. Talk to Bingo outside Bombadil's house, okay? He is clearly done with questions. Okay. Define description. Talk to Bingo outside Bombadil's
Tom
house.
is a mystery. Asking him questions is met with laughter and nonsense.
This is not working, Gildil. Tom is a mystery, and any attempt to get him to answer questions about himself is met with laughter and nonsense. Perhaps if he were to read some of my accounts so far, he would better understand why we want to know about him. Take my manuscript to him and see if that gets him to open up about himself if you would. Okay, so we do have more stuff to do here. Tom takes the manuscript. Yeah, I'm never going to try and intentionally speak over Tom's singing in this game, because it's just hilarious. Tom takes the manuscript and runs his hand over the pages. What a wonder! These leaves, all covered with words, written down with care. I can feel the letters beneath my fingers, ink dried and thoughts saved. That is not Tom's way, but there is joy in remembering. These pages are like a song sung in the morning, but carried on the wind until afternoon, when it might be heard again. I delight in the feel of these pages, and their tiny words. Let me sit with them a while. If you speak with the river daughter, Goldberry has returned from her spring for a time. She is more fair and more lovely than when she left. Talk to Goldberry at Tom Bombadil's house, or by her spring. I think it depends. Oh wait, so you can find her in 2 different places. I think most of the time she's just around the back of the house. Yeah, we can see by the quest marker. She is up over here, over by a nice little garden. Honestly quite surprised they didn't have her right by the lily pond.
I bid you welcome, wanderer in the wood.
Your face is full of questions, young one. Has Tom confused you with his riddles and his songs? You tell Goldberry that you have been unable to learn much about her husband, despite his friendly and open nature. I believe he has given you what you sought, Gildil, though you may not know it. Who is Tom Bombadil? He is, and no one else. He is a mischievous sort, and loves to laugh. He will ask you to stand beneath a waterfall, only to experience the feel of water, and the joy of dripping on the carpet. He is the master of water, wood, and hill, and cares for all who inhabit those places, even if their hearts are rotten and mean. He seeks to lighten their moods, and ease their pains. But that is a long answer. He is Tom Bombadil, and there is no one else like him. So again, who is Tom Bombadil? He is, and no one else. And that's very similar to the answer that she gives Frodo in the book. So it's very nice that they echo that here. And I'm not even gonna try and theorize what Tom Bombadil is. I think he's just a localized spirit of the woods, made by Iluvatar when the world was made, and this is just where he has decided to inhabit. And now we've reached almost daybreak. It is technically 4 dawn, but you can see the sun sort of like trying to peek in through the mists and the murk of the forest. So that's very nice. We do have a... Yeah, we accidentally went the wrong way. Apparently we have to talk to Bingo really quickly. Here's
Yes,
Bingo.
That seems a fair assessment of our peculiar host. Thank you.
I still cannot believe that you actually stood underneath the waterfall and danced with the malevolent tree on my behalf. You're a good friend, and I am glad that you are coming with me on this journey. Pick up some bingo badges, and we also pick up Gildil, Conqueror of Writer's Block.
Please speak to Tom and retrieve my manuscript before we go.
Alright, Gildil, I would say it's time to see Marigold safely back to Newbury, and for our own journey to continue. I have enjoyed this brief stay at the house of Tom Bombadil, but there are many other places to see and people to meet. Would you mind speaking to Tom and retrieving my manuscript from him? I am most interested to hear what he thought of it, now that he has had plenty of time to read. So we gotta go back inside again, pick up the manuscript, and then after that, I am fairly certain that this has come to an end. Hello, Gillivorn, Bane of the Barrows. Nice little title there.
Tom Bomb, Jolly Tom, Tom Bombadil.
You asked Tom what he thought of Bingo's manuscript, but the strange fellow is only puzzled. Where are you going? He's just decided to leave. Wait, no, come back. What? Oh, I guess because it's daytime he's come out? Where are you going?
Now let the fun begin, let us sing together.
I gotta say, normally the NPCs only do something that ridiculous in Skyrim. Normally the NPCs in this game just like stay, they never move. Tom Bombadil just like, maybe because we caught him right as it went from nighttime to daytime and he comes outside, he just decided to run away on us. That was really weird. Never seen that. Do not look so glum. I'm sure this writing will turn up. I may have set it down outside. There are so many things to see. Happy distractions all. And sometimes things get lost. All is found in the end, hey? So, the funny thing here is what happens to Bingo's manuscript is exactly what Aragorn feared would happen to the ring if the people at the Council of Elrond decided to let Tom Bombadil look after the ring. He just forgets about it. He just forgets about it. So that's quite a lovely little touch. This game has just the perfect attention to detail. So we gotta talk to Bingo again.
Tom has misplaced my manuscript. Oh, bother!
I know there wasn't yet much of it, but I still keenly feel its loss. I will not be able to recreate exactly what I wrote the first time. Perhaps I should just abandon this endeavor. I'm not a writer, and I am not an adventurer. Seek to console the unhappy hobbit, and soon Bingo is slightly less despondent. Perhaps you're right, Gildil. Tom is most at home outdoors. Perhaps he set it down somewhere nearby. Can you look around in the vicinity and see if you see any pages of my manuscript? I do not want to lose the record of this journey so near the start of it. So we will accept that quest. We are not going to pursue it right now, because that does lead us out of the old forest and over closer to the Barrow Downs, and we don't want to go that way quite just yet. So we will leave that quest thread hanging for now, and we're gonna head down towards the southeastern part of the forest, because that's where there were a bunch of spiders just chilling. And this is where the I think there's an evil tree. Yeah, it's like Old Man Willow, but worse, because that tree actually does attack you. So there's a couple of mini bosses there. We have a spider mini boss, and then a I'm not sure if it's technically an ent, but it's an evil sentient tree. Maybe it's probably more of a Huron. A Huon. Take out these spiders. Yeah, we're a bit over level for this area right now. keep heading down south. Good. We found a little path. Another spider over here. We have barrel iron as well. Okay, now I think we're getting pretty close to where it actually does start getting a little bit more difficult. That spider was very tough. It survived the earthquake and the lightning strike. So that was really well fought. Okay, so we got one of the spider quests out of the way. Got this sort of like grassy a willow glade. That's what it's called. Okay. So we have the willow glade, which of course implies willows nearby. Now the spider goes down, and yeah, this is the area where we're gonna see a lot of angry spiders. Now we are a bit over level, so this should be easier. What was it? Spider? That was like some sort of worm? Yeah, some sort of worm. Like a worm, not a dragon worm. You do have to distinguish that in this game. Okay. Oh, that's very unfortunate. Look at this guy. Not sure if that's a hobbit or a man. Looks like a man. Not having the best day. That's a bad day. And also, yeah, looks like there's another unfortunate adventurer here. Well, a couple, or what remains of them at least. So that's very sad, very tragic. Just keep headed south. The Weaver's Den, yes, this is where we're gonna run into some fun times. Yeah. This is where we use the big lightning strike. Yep. That's what that's used for. Right, so we definitely want to use the lightning storm when we get surrounded. That's just a quick way to end everyone. But it does have a very long cooldown. Okay. So it didn't quite take down like a quarter of our health, but it did take down a decent amount. Yep, 2 more of them. We can use the wind area of effect spell, and whoop, I thought we got him. Apparently we didn't. Now he's gone. Okay, good. Ah, and this is the head honcho. take down this little fella first. Yeah, this is the one we have to watch out for. Lebreno. So I think we can just, like, mega zap her. Oh, I hit the wrong button. I think I attacked her with, like, that animal effect. Okay. So she's down. Spider Friend is down. And we've knocked off one quest. Good, good. Very, very good. Oh, they were just all coming out of the woodwork. Silver coins, we'll definitely take that. Oh, the minimap just hates us right now. Look at all this. Okay, so we need the area of effect spell. Ah, and here's the oak. Here's the haunted barren oak that has seen a lot better days. Level 16 monster. Decent amount of hit points. More hit points than we have. So we really just want to hit it with everything we have. We will zap it. That already took out like half of its health. There we go. Okay. And then when in doubt, use fire. Yep, fire against wood. Sounds like a good plan. Defeat the haunted barren oak. Perfect. Over here. Spire Nest lies near the Willow Glade. This Root is attacking me. Oh, she's come back. That's not ideal. We might have to beat her a couple of times, just because we're gonna be searching for that damn pack. Games used to be a whole lot more challenging before you had quest markers that told you exactly where to go and where to find things. Obviously, I think this could do with a little bit more of a hint. But I enjoy this more than actually, you know, just following the quest marker to, you know, the exact spot where it's supposed to be. Okay, so this is the Willow Glade. I feel like it should be somewhere here. This is annoying, though. The fact that nothing's even coming up when I hit, when I hit delete to detect anything. See, I'm surprised. Uh-oh. Hello. I'm surprised it's not here. The environmental storytelling would lead you to believe it should be somewhere here, but it's not. There's just a bunch of dead... Is that a hobbit or a man? I think that's a man. Yeah, there's just a bunch of dead people here for... Don't really explain it. Just like hapless adventurers. There's like a cocoon up here. Again, a bunch of stuff that we don't really need. Let's head back up north. Because we've done the important stuff. We've killed the spider. We've killed the oak tree. Not gonna, you know, get too crazy about this. Again, target not on the line of sight. How? Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, I feel like if you got a pretty tall branch that you can see under, it should be, quote, the line of sight. Okay. The spider was hiding directly under the branch, which caused it to not be in my line of sight until I was in a very precise location, which was annoying. Ooh, what have we here? We got a grim, barren oak. This is a different one from what we took out before, but I think it's pretty similar. Yeah, awakened trees. So they're not classified as horns. The game just calls them awakened trees. I wonder though, do we have a... How does our deed categorize them as? Shire. So we have White Slayer, Flowers, Sicklefly Slayer, Old Forest, Ruins of Breland. It's just... Okay, awakened trees. I wasn't sure if they call them awakened trees or horns or anything. Yeah, but here, in the Slayer of Breland, it says defeat many horns in Breland. So maybe that's what they mean by it. So maybe awakened tree and horn is the same in the game's lingo. This is, I mean, I know it's kind of pedantic, but no, what are you doing? Okay, that was weird. Alright, so we got another tree here. And yeah, we took out all the branches at once as well, which is good. is actually giving me a tough fight. Yeah, very tough fight. Whew. Okay, whoa. We came very close to dying. I don't think we're out of combat yet either. Okay, now we are. So that was a good fight. At least we had some drama there. The big trees right back to back from one another, that was probably a bit more than we could handle. Just barely got out of there. That was... can be really embarrassing if we lost that.
Hello.
Matron in the hollow. Good riddance. We are better off without that queen creeping about. The trouble with spiders that make their way into canopies and hollows is you never know when they have grown too big to deal with properly. Thank you for all you have done. Okay. So I just want to go back to Evil on 8
Something
legs.
I can do for you.
Yeah, there's no other hints to where that pack might have gone to, so I'm just going to move on from that. It's, again, I mean, look at the reward.
Hello.
Actually, I think the reward's up here. Yeah, I think we'll be able to do without the 2 silver pieces that we would have got if we completed it. Alright, so here's Dolly Brockhouse. Oh yeah, this was the quest where we get really nothing useful. And when that happens, I will take just like whatever can sell for the most coin. Yeah, and it looks like the mace is going to sell for the most. Got a bunch of reputation as well, which is cool. And we'll move on. Hodrick Brace Girdle.
Oh, it's been a foul day, it has.
Spiders are awfully creepy and I would never want to see them up close. It is lucky for us here in Buckland that there are folk like you nearby willing to help. And then we get a... Ooh. Hello. Hello, hello. Brace Girdle Staff. 11.6 DPS. Plus 4 vitality, which is good. That increases your health, broadly speaking. We will have to trade 3 will for it, which I'm fine with because the damage upgrade and the vitality upgrade will be more than worth it. So I suppose we'll be a little bit weaker, but the damage we do will be a bit stronger. And we'll also have a fair amount of more hit points. Yeah, that just increased our health by like 20. You open it up ah yes, this the one. Place jars along the road to the bonfire glade. Yes, this is the one that I was thinking of. Us banners came up with a brew of sorts that'll dissuade most things from approaching. All you need to do is set up these jars along the road to the bonfire glade. It'll take a while for the smell to set in, so don't drop your guard in the forest. And don't breathe in too deeply. Yeah, so this is it. This begins a fun little quest. So we're back in the old forest. Let's get off the horse because we will plant these things and we will get attacked. Now we are, I think, high enough level. It shouldn't be that difficult? What's the recommended level for this? Oh, this is actually a level 20 quest, so we are actually a bit under level for it. Interesting. There we go. Yeah, and this spawns in level 20 enemies as well, so that's why, especially if you're a low-level character, you'll probably reach Buckland around level 15. So you don't want to do that quest until, you know, you've at least gotten to like level 18. I feel like anything 2 levels up is still relatively easy. Once you get to like 3 or 4 levels up, that's when you'd start running into issues. Yeah, look at that critical hit that the wolf had. Again, not desperately challenging, not the most difficult thing in the game, but just one of them did take off nearly a quarter of my health. Alright, so we're back at Hop Hayward. Wolves attacked you on the way to the bonfire glade? I'd wager they were as panicked as the other animals we've seen. At any rate, I can't say it'll be pleasant venturing into the forest for the time being, but better safe than sorry.
Might I speak with you a moment?
Something strange is at work here, no doubt about it. It won't be easy for us bounders to get to the bottom of this. Our numbers are stretched thin enough as it is. If you're able to investigate, we'd welcome the help. Before you go, talk to Marigold Boffin. I'd wager she's just outside of Newbury, by the river's shore. She seems to know the forest more than most folk around here. And this is the same Marigold that we were talking to when we were in the forest with Bingo Boffin. So root and rot, I think it should be down over here. Yeah, there we go.
So, the Bounders need our help? Well, I reckon I know where to start our search.
I saw the strangest creatures mucking about in the forest. They were very tall, tree-like almost, but not quite. Tough and fierce-looking too. All the animals stayed away from them. Whatever those tree creatures are up to, it can't be good. I'll show you where I saw them. Let me know when you're ready. So let's dismount.
At least we won't be spending another second stuck in Buckland.
And let's begin this
The
instance.
denizens of the old forest stir restlessly,
This is a bit difficult.
unnerved by lately appearing strange creatures. Aware of the danger this poses to Buckland, Marigold Boffin has brought you to the forest to further investigate.
Yeah, so this is intended for level 22 characters. We are 4 levels below that, but at least we have a little bit of...
Oh, don't worry.
I say help, this is a hobbit that probably can't fight at all. But she does have 1400 hit points, so... I mean... You know... A tank. She has 3 times as many hit points as I do, pretty much. I didn't think we'd be so lucky getting here without being attacked by forest animals. The place where I saw those tree creatures isn't far from here. Don't worry, I know the old forest like the back of my hand. And she says keep an eye out. So we will be running into a decent amount of enemies here. But this is a fun quest. Yeah. So we need to just zap everyone. There we go. You survived that, you brave thing. Okay. Yeah, and just one of those attacks took out about 60 health points. Ah, okay. Now we have a white, couple of wolves. Sorry, an evil spirit, not a white. Definitely not a white. Difference is whites are corporeal, and these evil spirits are not. Okay, so let's summon another earthquake. area of effect attack. Yeah, like I said, this is quite difficult. We're already down to half health.
See the tree creatures over there.
And now we have... These are technically trolls. Oh! Where did you come... What? That was weird. That guy just didn't die. I mean, he was a spirit, so I guess he can't die. More ghosts. This doesn't bode well. We are going to just let our health tick up a bit. Just gonna wait until we get back to like 400 morale.
We ought to listen to their conversation.
Looks like they're
It might
talking about something
figure
important.
out what is going on.
We can't fight all three of them at once, but if just one leaves, I'm sure we can stop the remaining two. For now, we ought to listen to their conversation. It might help us figure out what is going on. So we have to eavesdrop on the tree creatures. Many shades have been drawn to the sword.
Excellent. The Gaunt Lord will be satisfied. Once he gets what he wants, this forest will be ours. Do not disappoint me.
So that was
This is our
Golmok.
chance.
We are basically going to lightning zap these
Don't go in
guys.
This forest, not while we're here.
Yep, that went pretty well. Yeah, that worked. That was a good fight.
Well, this day keeps getting stranger and stranger.
If ghosts are being drawn to the forest because of a sword, we need to find it. The Bounders are already worried about the forest animals. We don't need to add a barrow down ghosts to that list. At the very least, I know someone who might be able to help us. I'll take you straight to him. And obviously, we all know who that's going to end up
Let's
being.
leave before another ghost shows up.
Yep, that is Tom Bombadil, which works out wonderfully for us because that's exactly where we want to get to next. So root and rock to the quest.
A cruel sword, the wicked dead are calling. By my boots, both I've spied, close by Old Man Willow.
A scar, a blight on forest green. The trolls, they spread their mischief there. But stay a while. To other paths you may turn and yet be safe. Old Tom must be a-going to gather lilies for his goldberry. So finish the
Seek you
quest.
to break the sword, Old Tom won't stop you.
But don't you go alone with that old willow man still a-singing. His song today is darker now than once it was, dangerous and mean. Hop along, my little friends, let our hobbit show the way, and steer you clear of dangers fell. But if you can't, stay strong, stay safe. So we will accept the quest. Then we have to find Marigold.
Wood trolls? Well, that's a first for me.
I should have guessed Tom wouldn't be interested in coming with us, but no matter. We can find Old Man Willow on our own. If you have friends you want to call upon instead, I'll stay behind to watch your backs. Once you figure out what you want to do, we'll be on our way. So this gives us the option to do a skirmish? Where is it? My instances, nope. Show all. Oh, Oh, because it's level capped. Gotcha, okay. Well, not a level cap, but a minimum level. You have to be level 20 for it. Gotcha, okay. That explains a lot. I'm gonna put this on pause. We'll come back later this evening. We'll do some more questing. We'll perhaps take a couple of steps into the Barrow Downs. I think off screen I'm gonna do some work, especially the instance tutorial. That way we can get started on some of those. So for now, thank you for watching. If you watched, if you enjoyed, hit the follow button, subscribe. Appreciate everyone that spent some of their time of the day with me. And until next time, forth and fear no darkness. Bye-bye.